Have you ever reached for a healthy snack at night? Something you've trusted for years and never once stopped to wonder what it might be quietly doing to your kidneys. If you're over 50, chances are you've done this thousands of times believing you were making the right choice while your lab tests still look normal and your doctor never raised a red flag. But here's the urgent truth most people never hear. Kidney damage doesn't announce itself with pain. It doesn't come with early warning signs. In fact, you can lose up to 40% of your kidney function before routine blood work ever shows a problem, and by the time symptoms appear, the damage is often already advanced and irreversible. As Dr. Mark Ellis often explains, kidneys don't fail suddenly, they fail quietly, slowly, and right under everyday habits we trust the most. And that's what makes this so dangerous. Because the foods you eat casually, especially snacks, you repeat day after day, send powerful chemical signals to your kidneys. Some foods calm inflammation, protect blood flow, and preserve the tiny filters keeping you alive. Others, even those marketed as heart-healthy or clean, can quietly overload aging kidneys with minerals and toxins. They can no longer clear efficiently, pushing you closer to rising creatinine, chronic fatigue, and eventually dialysis without you ever realizing why. Stay with me until the very end, because today I'm going to show you exactly which common nuts truly support kidney health, which ones silently work against you, and how a simple change in what you snack on can slow kidney decline, protect your independence, and quite literally change how well your kidneys work for years to come. Sunflower seeds are one of the most underestimated snacks in the American diet, and that's exactly why they deserve your attention first. Most people see them as ordinary, almost boring something you scatter on a salad or eat mindlessly at a baseball game. But for aging kidneys, sunflower seeds can quietly become one of the safest, smartest choices when eaten the right way. I've seen this pattern countless times. Someone in their late 50s or 60s tells me their energy feels lower, their legs swell more at night, and their doctor says their kidney numbers are a little off, but nothing to worry about. They haven't changed their diet much except they've tried to snack healthier. What they don't realize is that oxidative stress is slowly wearing down their kidneys from the inside. And once the tiny filters inside your kidneys, called nephrons, are damaged, they don't easily regenerate. That's where sunflower seeds quietly step in. Sunflower seeds are naturally rich in vitamin E, a powerful fat-soluble antioxidant. Vitamin E helps protect the outer membranes of kidney cells, keeping them flexible instead of stiff and scarred. Studies in older adults have shown that diets higher in vitamin E from whole foods are associated with better estimated glomerular filtration rate, one of the key markers doctors use to assess how well the kidneys are cleaning the blood. In simple terms, vitamin E helps slow the internal rusting process that ages the kidneys. There's another layer most people miss. Healthy kidneys depend on smooth, steady blood flow. As we age, blood vessels tend to tighten and inflame, forcing the kidneys to filter under higher pressure. Sunflower seeds provide magnesium, a mineral that helps blood vessels relax and widen. When circulation improves, the kidneys don't have to fight against resistance all day long. Many older adults notice less ankle swelling and more stable energy when blood flow improves, even before lab numbers change. What makes sunflower seeds especially kidney-friendly is what they don't overload you with. Compared to many popular nuts, they contain lower amounts of phosphorus and potassium per serving, two minerals aging kidneys often struggle to clear. A small portion, about 1 tablespoon a day, delivers protection without pushing the kidneys into mineral overload. Preparing them properly by soaking before eating also reduces phytic acid, making digestion easier, and lowering waste the kidneys must process. But here's the critical transition to remember. Sunflower seeds show us that some simple foods can protect aging kidneys without stress. However, not all nuts play this gentle role. In fact, some of the most trusted nuts in American kitchens quietly do the opposite, and the next one on our list surprises almost everyone. After understanding how sunflower seeds gently protect aging kidneys, it's natural to wonder whether other familiar nuts can offer the same quiet support. This is where pecans enter the conversation, and for many older Americans, they're more than just a snack. Pecans are tied to memories of family kitchens, holiday desserts, and comforting routines. But beneath that familiar flavor is a nutritional profile that can work in favor of your kidneys when used intentionally. One of the biggest challenges aging kidneys face is reduced blood flow. Over time, the tiny blood vessels feeding the kidneys stiffen and narrow, forcing the kidneys to filter blood under constant pressure. I often hear people say, "My blood pressure is only a little high, so it shouldn't matter." But that constant pressure day after day quietly wears down kidney tissue. Pecans help address this problem at its root. Pecans are a natural source of magnesium, a mineral many older adults in the United States are deficient in due to long-term medication use and reduced absorption with age. Magnesium helps blood vessels relax and widen, allowing blood to move through the kidneys more smoothly. When circulation improves, the kidneys don't have to struggle just to do their basic job. Large population studies have linked higher dietary magnesium intake with slower progression of chronic kidney disease and better estimated glomerular filtration rate. In simple terms, magnesium helps your kidneys work smarter, not harder. There's another layer most people overlook. Pecans are rich in polyphenols, plant compounds that help calm low-grade inflammation inside blood vessels and kidney tissue. Chronic inflammation is one of the silent accelerators of kidney aging. When inflammation stays elevated for years, kidney tissue becomes stiff. Filtration slows, and creatinine begins to creep upward. By easing this inflammatory burden, pecans help preserve flexibility in the kidney's filtering system. What makes pecans especially valuable is their mineral balance. Compared to many popular nuts, pecans contain relatively lower amounts of phosphorus per serving. For aging kidneys that struggle to clear excess phosphorus, this matters more than most people realize. A small handful a day delivers healthy fats and antioxidants without tipping the kidneys into mineral overload. And here's the smooth transition forward. Pecans show us how improving blood flow and reducing inflammation can quietly protect kidney function. But understanding circulation is only part of the story, because the next nut we'll discuss takes kidney safety even further by dramatically lowering mineral stress altogether. And this is where most people are truly caught off guard. After learning how pecans support kidney health by improving blood flow and calming inflammation, the next question becomes even more important. What if there were a nut that placed almost no mineral stress on aging kidneys at all? That's where macadamia nuts quietly stand apart, and why they're often considered the safest option most people have never seriously looked at. I often meet older adults who are doing everything right. They've cut back on salt, reduced sugar, and switched to nuts instead of processed snacks. Yet their creatinine keeps inching upward. The missing piece is usually mineral burden. As kidneys age, they struggle far more with clearing excess phosphorus and potassium than most people realize. Macadamia nuts are unique because they naturally contain significantly lower amounts of both, making them one of the least demanding nuts for tired kidneys to process. But mineral load is only part of the story. Macadamia nuts are rich in monounsaturated fats and a rare omega-7 fatty acid called palmitoleic acid. This fat plays a role in calming chronic low-grade inflammation, the kind that quietly stiffens kidney tissue over time. Research on diets higher in monounsaturated fats has shown associations with improved metabolic markers and reduced protein leakage in urine, a key early sign of kidney stress. In plain language, these fats help keep kidney cells flexible instead of brittle. There's also an important blood sugar connection. For older adults with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes, blood sugar swings damage the tiny blood vessels that supply the kidneys. Macadamia nuts slow digestion and blunt sharp glucose spikes after meals. Many people notice steadier energy and fewer crashes when they replace carb-heavy snacks with a small portion of macadamias. Less blood sugar volatility means less ongoing damage to kidney circulation. The key, however, is precision. Macadamia nuts are not about eating handfuls. Just 5 to 6 nuts per day are enough to deliver benefits without excess calories or fat. Eating them mid-morning or alongside fiber-rich fruit helps absorption stay slow and gentle. Stored properly away from heat and light, their delicate oils remain protective rather than inflammatory. And this is where the tone of the conversation begins to shift. Macadamia nuts show us what low mineral stress truly looks like for aging kidneys. But knowing which nuts are safe is only half the equation, because what comes next are the nuts most people trust blindly, and those may be doing far more damage than anyone expects. After seeing how macadamia nuts protect aging kidneys by keeping mineral stress low, this is where the conversation takes a sharp and uncomfortable turn. Because the next food isn't rare, expensive, or exotic. It's something almost every American household keeps within arm's reach. Peanuts. I've lost count of how many older adults tell me the same story. They swap cookies for peanut butter chips, for trail mix candy bars, for protein snacks with peanuts, believing they've made a smart, kidney-friendly upgrade. Their intentions are good, but their kidneys often pay a hidden price. The problem with peanuts isn't just calories or fat, it's what quietly comes along with them. One of the most overlooked risks is aflatoxin. Peanuts are particularly vulnerable to mold contamination during growing storage and transport, especially in warm, humid conditions. Aflatoxins are invisible, tasteless, and impossible to detect at home. Once ingested, they must be processed by the liver and filtered by the kidneys. In younger bodies, this clearance is faster. In aging kidneys, detoxification slows, allowing these toxins to irritate delicate kidney tissue over time. Chronic exposure doesn't cause pain or immediate symptoms, which is exactly why it's so dangerous. Then there's phosphorus. Peanuts are relatively high in phosphorus, a mineral healthy kidneys can usually remove without trouble. But aging kidneys often struggle to keep up. When phosphorus accumulates in the bloodstream, the body pulls calcium from the bones to restore balance. That calcium doesn't disappear. It settles into soft tissues, including blood vessels and kidney tissue, leading to calcification. Calcified kidney tissue becomes stiff, less elastic, and far less efficient at filtering waste. Studies consistently link elevated phosphorus levels with faster progression of chronic kidney disease and rising creatinine over time. What makes peanuts especially misleading is their reputation. They're affordable, familiar, and constantly marketed as a healthy protein. This leads many people to eat them daily, sometimes multiple times a day, without realizing the cumulative burden they place on aging kidneys. The risk isn't an occasional handful, it's repetition over months and years. The safest strategy isn't fear, it's awareness. For older adults concerned about kidney health, peanuts are best treated as an occasional food, not a daily habit. Choosing nuts with lower toxin risk and lower mineral burden can significantly reduce long-term kidney stress. But here's the part most people don't see coming. Even if you avoid peanuts, there's another seed widely praised as a superfood that can be even more damaging to aging kidneys, and almost no one is warned about it. After hearing about peanuts, many people feel relieved. They think, fine, I'll just switch to seeds instead. And that's exactly where pumpkin seeds quietly slip into the picture. They're praised everywhere in the U.S. as a superfood for the heart, prostate, and overall wellness. You'll see them sprinkled on salads, blended into granola, mixed into trail mixes, and eaten by the handful straight from the bag. And on the surface, they look like the perfect upgrade. But for aging kidneys, pumpkin seeds tell a very different story. I've spoken with many older adults who were shocked when kidney stones appeared out of nowhere. No pain at first, no warning signs, just a sudden emergency room visit. When we trace their daily habits back, pumpkin seeds often show up quietly in the background. The issue isn't toxicity, it's chemistry. Pumpkin seeds are extremely high in oxalates, natural plant compounds that bind with calcium. Younger, healthier kidneys can usually flush oxalates out through urine. Aging kidneys cannot do this as efficiently. Over time, oxalates begin to accumulate and form microscopic crystals inside the kidneys. These crystals irritate delicate kidney tissue, trigger inflammation, and can grow into painful kidney stones. Even when full stones never form oxalate, crystals still damage filtration efficiency little by little. There's more. Pumpkin seeds also contain a concentrated amount of phosphorus. As we've already seen, aging kidneys struggle to clear excess phosphorus. When phosphorus builds up, calcium is pulled from the bones and deposited into soft tissues, including blood vessels and kidney tissue. This calcification stiffens kidney structures and restricts blood flow, accelerating kidney decline without obvious early symptoms. Studies consistently associate high oxalate and phosphorus exposure with increased kidney stone risk and faster loss of filtration capacity in vulnerable populations. Portion size makes the danger worse. Because pumpkin seeds are small, crunchy, and easy to eat, it's incredibly common to consume several tablespoons without noticing. Just a few spoonfuls can deliver a heavy oxalate and mineral load that aging kidneys simply aren't equipped to handle. Add to that their relatively high protein content, and the kidneys are forced to process more nitrogen waste, further increasing creatinine over time. The solution isn't panic, it's precision. For older adults concerned about kidney health, pumpkin seeds are best limited or avoided altogether. Safer alternatives like ground flaxseed or chia seeds provide healthy fats and anti-inflammatory benefits with far less oxalate stress. But here's the final twist most people never expect. Even after avoiding peanuts and pumpkin seeds, there's one last nut almost everyone trusts completely, and it may quietly overload aging kidneys more than all the others combined. After peanuts and pumpkin seeds, many people breathe a sigh of relief and say, "At least almonds are safe." Almonds are everywhere in American households, sprinkled over oatmeal, blended into smoothies, packed into snack bags, and poured as almond milk by the glass. They're marketed as heart-smart, weight-friendly, and clean. And that's exactly why almonds may be the most misleading nut of all for aging kidneys. I often hear this exact sentence: "I don't eat junk anymore. I snack on almonds." And yet months later, their lab results tell a different story. Creatinine creeps up, filtration slows. Nothing dramatic, nothing painful, just a quiet decline that's easy to dismiss. The issue isn't almonds themselves. It's how aging kidneys process what almonds carry. Almonds are high in phosphorus, a mineral that must be tightly regulated by the kidneys. In younger adults, excess phosphorus is filtered out efficiently. But as kidney function naturally declines with age, phosphorus begins to accumulate in the bloodstream. When that happens, the body pulls calcium from the bones to restore balance. That calcium doesn't leave the body. It settles into soft tissues, including blood vessels and kidney tissue, leading to calcification. Calcified kidneys become stiff, less elastic, and far less effective at filtering waste. Research consistently links elevated phosphorus levels with faster progression of chronic kidney disease and declining estimated filtration rate. Almonds also contain significant amounts of potassium. Potassium is essential for nerve and muscle function, but it places additional strain on aging kidneys. When almonds are eaten daily, especially alongside potassium-rich fruits, vegetables, or smoothies, the cumulative load can quietly overwhelm the kidney's ability to maintain balance. For seniors with even mild kidney decline, this can contribute to fatigue, muscle weakness, and further kidney stress. Then there's oxalates. Almonds are among the higher oxalate nuts. As kidney filtration slows, oxalates are cleared less efficiently, increasing the risk of crystal formation inside the kidneys. Many people unknowingly compound this problem by consuming almonds in multiple forms: raw almonds, almond flour, almond butter, almond milk, stacking oxalate exposure without realizing it. Even without full kidney stones, these microscopic crystals can irritate kidney tissue and promote chronic inflammation. The solution isn't fear or elimination. It's frequency and portion control. For older adults focused on protecting kidney function, almonds are best treated as an occasional food, not a daily staple. Safer options exist that deliver healthy fats without the same mineral burden. And this brings us to the most important realization of all. Healthy doesn't always mean kidney safe. And what you're about to hear next may determine whether your kidneys continue aging quietly or whether dialysis enters the picture sooner than anyone expects. Before we end, I want you to remember one important thing. Your kidneys have been working for you quietly every single day, filtering your blood, balancing minerals, and protecting your body without ever asking for attention. And the fact that you're here right now, learning how to care for them better, already puts you steps ahead of where most people realize they need to be. Small choices matter. The snacks you reach for, the habits you repeat, and the awareness you build today can genuinely slow kidney decline and protect your independence as you age. If this video helped you see food differently, do yourself a favor and save this video. Not for me, but for you. There may come a day when you're standing in the grocery aisle, reaching for a familiar snack, and this information could help you make a smarter choice in that moment. And if you care about staying informed, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Every week, we share clear, science-based insights to help you protect kidney health, lower creatinine naturally, and avoid the silent mistakes that lead so many people toward dialysis without warning. Most importantly, I want you to leave this video with hope, not fear. Kidney decline is not always sudden, and it's not always inevitable. With the right knowledge and consistent, thoughtful choices, you can support your kidneys, preserve your energy, and continue living life on your terms for years to come. If you have questions or if something in this video resonated with you, Leave a comment below. I read them all. You're not alone in this journey, and taking care of your kidneys today is one of the most powerful gifts you can give your future self.